Well, hello, Anna, and everybody. I'm so happy to welcome Anna to our meaningful conversations, and anyone who chooses to watch or is watching it later, whether you watch it live or later. Anna, how are you today? It's lovely to see you.
Lovely to see you, Karen, and it's lovely to be able to have our meaningful conversation and share that with whoever tuning in to watch later. Beautiful color on you again. Like, I just love that color. I think I should get a one or two.
It's my favorite. You want to find out your favorite color too, your star colors, I call them, and learn what they are and wear them, because they really make you feel different. They make us look different. They light us up. Yeah, and as you know, that's one of my businesses and training from my other life was a color consultant too.
So how many things that you've been doing?
Many. But then I've had many more decades than you, Anna, a lot more zero birthdays than you too.
Yeah. So okay. Still many more to come. Yeah.
I hope so. So, well, actually, I'm probably more than halfway through my life now, Anna. I probably haven't got as many as left to come that I've already had. And you have.
So I just adapt this belief and way of thinking to, doesn't matter the physical age, but inside there's something in us that feel unaged, that feel unchanged. All of us have that unchanged force that running underneath, and I just want to feel 20 forever, no matter what.
And of course, also, we're not our physical bodies. We are spiritual beings in our physical bodysuit. And so I will have many more decades. I will have many more lives in my as a spiritual being. Yes, absolutely. So if that puts anyone else off, I'm sorry, we're not going to talk about that much more today. But it is a very important point for Anna and I. We both believe that we are spiritual beings in our human bodysuit. We are not our bodies. So that's another conversation, though. And today we decided we were going to talk about mission, our mission, your mission. What does mission or your mission mean to you? I'm handing over to you, Anna. Take it away.
Mission, what does it mean? It is like a task, almost, to simply put, like you say, I'm on a mission, which means you want to accomplish something. That's how I understand it, literally. But going back to what we said earlier, I can see how it connected, because we came to this life as in this physical being, with that underlying spiritual being, or whatever you call it, the unseen and intangible force that give us life. And that it come to pick this body. There must be a reason. There must be a reason for it. I call it life mission. And I always believe in that. And always, as I was young, I already asked myself what I was born for. I didn't understand what it was, but it's kind of have that underlying question for so many years. And then I remember when I was about 14, 15, I couldn't sleep. I woke up, I got out of bed, and I got outside, and I just go to the garden, which is like in the night, where the electricity wasn't even available. And I went out at night and I look up the star, and I just asked myself, why am I here? I had that moment and I felt, why am I here? Just like that. And some people have that really early. My daughter already asked herself that question. And it's just bizarre, because she's not even 9 yet. And she started asking that question since she was about 5. She said, occasionally I have this flash in my mind, Mommy. And it feels like that kind of question. And as you said, it's something even deeper than that. And I can't even put it into words. I wonder if you have that kind of moment that make you feel like you have to go looking for that mission in this life. Not just a little mission, not a little, accomplishment that you go for 6 months and you achieve it. That can be a small mission, or it can be something as big as your whole lifetime, and you still haven't got enough time to finish it. You have to leave that to the next generation to keep going, to take on. You leave that a legacy for other people to keep it rolling. That mission can be that big.
Mm. Mm. So what is your mission, Anna?
My mission, at first, in my early days, it was just about trying to survive, right? And then trying to thrive, make my life better. That was in the early, up to 30, 35. And then I came across a book and an author that woke me up to not only just to go to work and feed myself or to sustain my life. There must be more to life than that. Yeah. So, and it's a long journey, like, what is it? What is it? What is my mission? What is it that I can do? That is, I can be the best of myself. For a long time, I didn't know what it was. I was looking at jobs. I was looking at different career paths. Yeah. So I thought I have to hang on to certain kind of tool or a capacity so that I can add value somehow. And then I choose one thing. I choose to be a doctor. I thought it's quite meaningful. And I couldn't get in. And then I changed again and I changed again. I changed 5 or 6, 7 times. And up to about 40, I felt totally lost. I said, how many more can I try? And at that point in time, you felt like you kind of hit your peak. Yeah. And was really lost. And then I say, what is it? And now I realize that the question is, how do you want to live your life serving other people rather than what kind of job that you want to do? So a job is not a mission. No. Life is about adding value to other people. So my mission now is to create that freedom for myself, and on the journey, helping many other people find that goal in their life and then live it. Find that dream that they have been dreaming, the life that they have been dreaming to live. Find that and live it. So that is my mission. If I can get about 5 people doing that with me, I'm happy. And if I can get 10, that would be happier. It'd be even more wonderful, more value added. And of course, along the journey, my mission is to grow myself so that I can become, more enlightened, become a more enlightened being.
That's beautiful.
What about you? What about you?
That is beautiful. So, what I love what your mission and what you've just said about it. And I want to add that, many people have a mission within their business or their vision to make a difference in other people's world. So it's a very common thing that I've come across for entrepreneurs and people who work in that space of wanting to make a difference, and they call it their mission. So it's like you say, it's their big vision, part of their big vision. It's not your vision, but it's what drives you, one of the things that drives people. And so it was interesting when I was doing some work on this, and I learned about the highest and best form of motivation is called vision motivation. And when you have a mission that's much bigger than yourself, so it's pretty similar to your why or your purpose. And remember, we talked about that. If anyone saw that podcast with Anna and I, we talked about having a purpose or a why that is it's something that's much bigger than yourself. And so when you have a mission that's much bigger than yourself and your own circle of, family and friends, then a mission to make a difference in other people's world and to help change the world or a part of the world and contribute to the better of humanity, that is an amazing motivator. Becoming the master and mastering yourself every day to fulfill your mission and your vision. So right now, you want to be working on nothing else except mastering yourself. So there's a future for you who will emerge as the person who's mastered that part of your forward progress. So isn't that something to be said for a mission, having a mission and becoming a master at that? Because you know what they say about becoming a master at something. You know, there's there are a type of monk. Now, just let me find the information about that. They were called. There's a special name, a special monk who were trained to throw a needle through the glass, and with their focus and their absolute focus and clarity on what they were doing, they would pierce through glass with a needle the way they threw it, and that was their final task to become a master. I wish I could remember their name. I'll just give me a second, and you talk while I see if I can find their name.
You're amazing. You're full of story. I love how you share story. And on the note of vision and mission, I could see the difference is that vision is something you imagine in your mind. You have a picture of the end result that you see as the result of your work, your life work. And mission to me is like how you get there, like the tool or the means that you use to get there, and you achieve them along the way. And finally, the mission take you closer to the vision that you have. So, so I'd say when it talk about the mission, we're still thinking of what can I do in order to get there? Yeah. The what question can take us to like 360 degrees of choices. And it can be quite confusing for a lot of people, including myself, when I haven't found the answer. Because there's so many options out there, so many options for us to choose in order to do or use that a means. You know, you can use a mean to an end, and there's so many means. So which one do you choose as your mission? So later on, you know, about last year, I came across a teaching by a mentor, and he said in life, there's only 3 bodies of work. Whatever you do in this world, that can be categorized into 3 bodies, which is education, trading, and production. Yeah, there's only 3 bodies, 3 main body of work. Either you are in production, or you are in trading. You trade, you take the product to people, and or you are an education in that process of production and trading. Yeah, so if you can be all 3 in one, then you don't have to be concerned or confused anymore. You can be an educator while you can trade the product that you love or you're passionate about, and that you don't have to limit yourself to one type of product. That can be physical, like any product that you can trade, or can be the intellectual product. So why not just be flexible and open up to any possibility that falls into your hand? You can trade. If you have that liberation in your soul and your mind, you can trade anything at any time. You can be part of a production like we are doing. We're producing these programs, right? We came up with the idea and we produce these talk and we deliver these knowledge. So we can be an educator. We can pass on the knowledge that we learn somewhere else, and then we can be all in one. And we can do this product, and later on we can distribute different product if we really truly believe in it. We believe that that product serve human being, serve for people to have, look more beautiful, look better or serve them for their health, improve their situation, their life, distribute it, promote it, so we can be all in one. And when I learned that, I felt so relieved. My mission is now not limited to just one thing, like I used to think. I have to be a lawyer or I have to be a doctor. It doesn't have to be one. You can be a doctor and you can still trade. You can still be an educator. You can be all in one. So when I learned that, my mission is so easy. I've become more flexible. Anything that take me to the vision, the picture of better life, prosperity for myself and for everybody, I'm happy. Thank you. Back to you, Karen.
Thank you. And I found who they are, my notes on who they are. They're called the Shaolin Masters. And they actually tour around the world, and free of charge, they raise awareness on higher states of consciousness. And these monks, as I said to you, as part of their final master training where they reach mastership, they have to break through a pane of glass by throwing a needle through it as if throwing a dart. And I've actually seen it. I've seen a video. I haven't seen it in real life, but I've seen a video. The arrow, it's like an arrow tip and shaft. So it is pretty amazing that these people can use their mind and their focus to throw a needle through a pane of glass, and you see it go through and you can see where it went. It makes the tiniest hole. And so I want to just really offer a metaphor for this. A slight shift or adjustment, the small, powerful shift in your thinking can have a huge impact. A little thing like a needle, when thrown with the right focus and channeling of energy. So that's a really good metaphor. A slight shift or adjustment, the small, powerful shift in your thinking can have a huge impact. And many of us underestimate the power of our thinking. And yet that's where it all comes from. So to go back to the mission, and as I say, it's really, really, really similar and closely linked to the purpose. I love the one by one of my favorite poets, named Rumi. And 800 years ago, he said, when you're looking for your purpose, know thy purpose and know thy mission as well. And he said, it's as if a king has sent you into a foreign, distant land with one specific task to accomplish. That's it. One specific task. You could accomplish 100 other things, but in the end, if you have failed to accomplish the one thing for which you have been sent, and I could say that's your mission and your vision, in the end, it will be as if you have accomplished nothing. Interesting.
And that one thing could be to know who you are. Who you really are. And I think sometimes through that throwing the needle, with that level of focus, you can touch that highest ever, level of vibration that you can ever achieve in life. Yes. And that's really addictive. This can be, many lifetimes quest and pursue to get there. Or it could be in this lifetime. Mm-hmm. And I feel, so grateful to come across such knowledge. And I would love you to type the name out in the chat later on or something, because I am really not very, if I hear the name without seeing how it's spelled, I tend to forget easily. So I would love to see about that.
You mean for Rumi?
I know Rumi, but the monks, the name of the group of monks that you
Sorry, I can do it later because we don't have a chat.
Yeah. We can do it later when you, so maybe other people wanted to know as well.
Right. So they're called Shaolin Masters, SHAOLIN. And so, becoming a master in what we do is something that we don't often challenge ourselves to do. And we could say, why? Why go this far? Why try to learn that much? Why study to become a master in some area of our life? Why become as much as you can become? Why not? I would say to you, why not?
Why not?
See
Yes.
how much you can do and how far you can go. And why not you? And why not now? As soon as we decide to go for more in some way and challenge ourselves to go outside of our comfort zone as we know it, what happens often is the brakes come on in the form of our paradigms. Once again, it's from in here. In all our thoughts, both conscious and unconscious, and sometimes physically, it physically manifests, making us feel sick and unwell. So I would say just notice when things like that happen and come back. What is my why? What is my mission? What is my vision? And why don't I become a master at what I'm doing, what I've decided to do, what I've decided is my mission and my vision? Why don't I study and learn and fine-tune and focus like those Shaolin monks? Focus and really make a difference in this world by becoming a master in my trade, whatever that happens to be, my skill set.
Amazing. And do it with joy, with joy in your heart. And I'd love to say this one last thing before we end this session.
Yes, Anna.
Freedom is a thought in the mind. Limitation is also just a thought in the mind. So we can choose. Choose which thought to go with.
Thank you, Anna. That's so true. They are simply choices. Just like happiness is a choice. You can wake up in the morning and you can be unhappy because of your thoughts, or we can say, I'm going to have a happy day. I'm going to be happy today. We can make a choice to be happy.
Yeah.
So on that note, thank you so much, Anna. It's been another wonderful conversation. And thank you to everybody who's joined us and come along. We will say good night and good morning, good night, good afternoon, wherever you are watching from, whatever your time zone is. And tune in again in 2 weeks for our next conversation. Bye.
Thank you, and bye. Looking forward to our next session. Thank you.
Me too, Anna. Thanks so much.